To the west of metropolitan Vancouver, the largest west coast island from the Baja Peninsula to Alaska, Vancouver Island provides a variety of stream and open ocean fishing, as well as a uniquely tranquil saltwater haven called the Straits of Georgia. At the eastern midpoint of the island, just 30 miles south of the world-famous Campbell River, lies the Comox Valley, the point of origin for a majority of the charter boats which fish this section of the Straits. We'll be fishing today with Canadian's Doug Field, the top fisherman and the head of the Buzzbomb Lure Company, and Straits of Georgia guide Frank Shepard. Frank will be handling the boat and putting us on the fish. Doug and Larry will discuss Buzzbomb jigging techniques and their effectiveness on silvers and chinook, as we employ both graph and line-of-sight methods for tracking and chasing down these feeding schools of salmon. We'll be right back.
You just run this up the line and then one of these rubber pieces and then tie your hook on.
That's right. You make sure there's a hook end to the Buzzbomb and you make sure the hook end is towards
the little arrow
hook.
there. It's kind of the narrower end.
It's a little arrow there.
Yeah. Now you've got a lot of different weights of these.
Yeah. Different size, different lengths, different weights. The 3-inch and the 4-inch are basically what we use for salmon.
Most popular.
Yeah.
This 3-inch one is wider than some. Does that help you?
It's wider in relation to
yours there.
This is a 4-inch.
Yeah.
And that's wider in relationship to the length than this one is. And it'll be, because of its wideness, it'll stay closer to the surface longer. Whereas this will go down faster in windy conditions or current.
So if you know you're going to be fishing on the bottom most of the time, this size is better.
You pick a narrow one, like a 5-inch narrow or a 4-inch narrow. If you're going to be fishing midpoint or up near the top, you pick the wider bodied ones because they have more lift to them and they stay up longer. That's it.
Okay.
Nothing else.
Okay.
Drop her down and lift it and drop it.
Now you're using a spinning reel. Do you think that it would be better than this casting reel?
Well, it's a matter of personal preference, I think. It's important that you have a good purchase on the fish, a ratio of 3.8 to 1 or better.
So you pick up line quick?
Picks up line quick, because a lot of times you'll have a fish bite and he'll swim straight at you after he bites. There's two ways for him to go, at you or away from you. And if he comes at you, you got to have a lot of purchase on him. And we'll lift the rod away up back as we're reeling so that he doesn't slack line us. If you ever get slack line, you pretty well lost the fish with this type of fishing. So it's important that once you get a fish on,
really keep up with it.
Keep the rod bent at all times.
On the bottom?
One way of getting the Buzzbomb down fast is by letting the line go over your finger or through your fingers, and that makes it go down like a plumb bob, straight down.
So you don't lift your rod very far, Doug?
You lift it only enough so that when you give it slack line, the lure drops about 18 inches, spinning on a horizontal axis as it falls.
I think using them in times past myself lifted the rod too much.
Yeah, people tend to do that a lot. It's best to try it beside the boat and just see what it's doing. If you've got a more limber rod, of course, it'll act different than if it's a more rigid rod.
So it's good to test it like you're doing.
If you have the line running between the spool and your thumb or finger, it makes the line go, or the Buzzbomb go down like a rocket.
Goes down straight then, sort of.
Straight down.
Instead of sideways.
Instead of rotating all the way down.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
That way you get it down in a straighter line.
You get it down quicker. It's pretty important if it's windy. You'd want to get it down fast before it starts drifting out sideways.
It's ready to be shallow, maybe 20.
Had a hit. Got you.
Got him?
Yeah. It's a good one.
Little one?
No, it's a good one.
Oh, I missed one. Oh,
Swimming at us.
Oh, yeah, you've got a spring.
oh, great.
Well, that's a different kind of a battle. Just come up here and stop.
Oh, that's a nice fish.
Head shaker.
Hey, good fish.
What's the situation here? Straight back?
Get your line down there. Yeah, for that.
Okay.
There's a whole school of them underneath us, though. See, 20 to 40 feet. Just 40 feet being free.
Well, that was a nice fish.
Yeah, a nice coho.
Oh, boy. Oh, really shaking. You say set the drag a little lighter once you got one.
You're doing fine. There's another one on.
Great.
After shaker's out, you're doing fine. There's another one on.
Great.
After shaker's out.
This one's a
nice
shaker.
size one that was
yeah.
following this.
I got it.
Oh, great. Oh, that's a nice fish. Now, those are mature fish. That's as big as that one's going to get. Nice fish.
We'll return with more September salmon fishing on the Straits of Georgia after this.
It's good, eh? Definitely increases your chances of staying on top of the fish if you have a depth sounder working for you.
Oh, you're really hunting for them.
Yeah, normally we look sideways and look out for birds that are feeding on herring, but the situation right now is the herring are deeper down, and this is when a depth sounder comes into play.
A little too deep for the birds to work on them much.
Right. They're out of sight right now.
That's what you're looking for, those little herring dippling the top, huh?
Yeah, this is what we're looking for. Herring on the surface, and we'll just fish just underneath it.
Oh, be darned. So you could catch one 5 feet down or clear on the bottom. Hey! Oh, yeah, that's a fish. Is that reel in?
No, this is another, I believe it's another
Rockfish, huh?
cod of some sort.
Oh, it's a husky one if it is.
Sure bending the old rod. Whoop.
Big dude. Oh! Great. Probably a shark or something, huh?
He's sure pulling.
Big fish. Oh, come here, you. Oh, and I lost it. Son of a gun.
Got one. Fighting like it.
Oh.
Oh, he's nice. He's a good one.
That's a good one, you bet.
spring.
Yeah.
There's our big fish.
Chinook, huh?
There's our good one.
Well, he's 12, 15 pounds by the look of it.
I had a Chinook on a while ago, too. So there's some here.
He's awake.
Yeah. So did you catch that on, Doug?
The 50-50 black and gray.
And silver.
Black and gray model.
The size 3 wide?
4 inch.
4 inch.
Yeah.
Those Chinook like to scrap. They're powerful, aren't they?
Yeah.
I should probably reel in on this one.
Oh, he's well enough out.
Huh? Okay. Oh, I had a chance.
It's cruising in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the side of it.
He's a beaut.
You call those a spring up here, huh?
Well, of course, the universal name now is Chinook. We're all supposed to be calling them Chinooks.
But by spring, you mean he's going to actually spawn next spring, or next fall. He's
Well, the way the spring got its nickname is because there's a keep going.
I slipped.
Slippery feet.
nice fish.
Your turn, Larry.
Oh yeah, I've had several shots here.
Bubbles. Got herring bubbles.
Got herring bubbles?
Something's pushing them.
I got one.
Oh, excuse me.
Taking you all around the boat.
Yeah, he's pulling good. There's another one right behind him. Yeah. Sometimes that Buzzbomb will slide up the line.
Yes.
And the companion will grab the other one and do a half hitch around his head, and you'll get two on at once. It's happened a couple of times.
Oh, that's what I was afraid of. Where am I? Yeah, that's a nice silver.
Beauty.
Nice fat one.
A real nice coho.
Boy, fighting good.
Yeah, also.
These rods are nice, Doug. You like these shorter rods like this? You think that helps?
Well, it helps in working the lure. And
oh, great. That's a fat one. That's a fat one.
Nice, big fat.
Mature silver.
Yeah.
We'll be back with Doug Field and guide Frank Shepard after this.
looks good.
This fishing revolution started in British Columbia and swept the Northwest as an absolute must to have in the tackle box, the Buzzbomb. And now it's here for you to experience. Keep jigging it up slow and down fast. The Buzzbomb creates hydrosonic sound waves that attract feeding fish and arouses a curiosity in non-feeding fish to go for the lure. There is a Buzzbomb of the right size and color no matter what you fish for or where you fish.
Yeah, what we're doing now, Larry, is we're going into a little shallower water. We see some birds up ahead here, like I think they're Bonaparte gulls. And we're When they start fluttering over the water, it's an indication that the herring are starting to come up to the surface. So we get into that, and then we'll fish just under the bait again. Quite often you'll get a strike on the way down, too.
Yes, I've noticed that. Usually they've been small, but not always. Well, you feel like you're fishing when you're fishing this way.
Yeah, you're not sleeping behind the seat, that's for sure.
Oh, boy. Boy, that fish's got some power. Ooh,
Oh, nice fish. Nice coho.
Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Fish is a chunk.
It's a Chinook, actually, I think.
Is that a Chinook?
Oh, I don't think
I don't know.
that's a coho. Might be a Chinook. That is.
Yeah, it is.
It is. It is a Chinook.
Yeah, it was ripping off line like a Chinook would,
Yeah.
I thought. Oh, pretty fish. Oh, what a chunk, huh? Beautiful fish.
Nice fish.
Oh, that's nice.
Beautiful.
Fat and bright.
Real nice.
What a chunk.
Nice spike.
Oh, nice chunk of fish, huh?
Yeah. How much does he weigh, do you think?
What do you think, 16, 17?
Yeah, I suppose he is. Yeah.
You say they double their size between now and next year.
Mm-hmm.
So that fish then would be
For the box, Larry.
36 pounds.
35, 36 pounds
Yeah.
or so.
Yeah.
A lot of birds over here, Scott.
Yeah, there is. This time of the year when you get a lot of those big seagulls sitting around like that, congregating in spots, you got to watch it because a lot of the times it's dogfish.
What's the problem? Fish on!
I think I'll reel in. That looks like a dandy.
Yeah,
It
he's
looks
heavy.
like he's got a good one.
He's heavy. He's coming up.
Oh,
He's got another
yeah.
good one. That's a good one.
Looks like another Chinook about the size of the one I just got, doesn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
Tugging good, but not going very far. Yeah, you get into that herring and you put this Buzzbomb just underneath it, and this is usually what happens. Oh, he's nice.
Fatty.
This is a nice Chinook. He's not finished with me yet.
That's a chunk of a fish there. Yeah. Oh, that's
Sure
a dandy.
does.
Ah, good job.
Beauty.
Well, thanks, Frank, for running the boat. Good job.
It's been a pleasure, Larry. Glad to have you aboard.
Thanks for showing us an interesting way to fish, Doug.
Well, thanks for coming up and seeing it.
Thanks very much. Great day.
It's been fun.
Join us again next week for more Fishing the Northwest. Accommodations provided by the Collingwood Inn, Courtenay, British Columbia.